Hey friends, buckle up because I've got some hot racing updates that'll get your adrenaline pumping and your engines revving. Especially if you're a fan of Murder Nova Big Power Pro mods and the evolving world of outlaw drag racing. So let's set the scene. It was supposed to be another epic weekend of Speed Promotions action, this time at the historic New England Dragway in Epping, New Hampshire. Racers were gearing up, fans were making travel plans, and the excitement was palpable. But then, bam, word drops that the event has been postponed. No race, no action, just a sudden full stop. Now, the reason behind the cancellation hasn't been officially released, but we're hoping it's just a hiccup and that Speed Promotions finds a way to get the Epping race rescheduled later this year. Fingers crossed, because that venue brings out a great crowd and great competition. Now here's where things take a twist, and this is where it gets really exciting. With no Speed Promotions event on the calendar, Murder Nova and the 187 Customs team aren't just sitting around twiddling their thumbs. Oh no, my friends. They're taking that open weekend and diving headfirst into the world of pro mod racing. And not just anywhere. I'm talking about the Flying H Dragstrip in Missouri, one of the hottest new tracks making waves in the Midwestern drag scene. And the weapon of choice? Not the OG Murder Nova, not the new NPK build, but the absolutely wicked twin-turbo pro mod known as Blue, owned by none other than Keith Haney and piloted by our guy, Shawn Ellington himself. This is the same car that's been turning heads and terrorizing 8th mile tracks across the country. The last time they took Blue out to play was at Extreme Raceway Park XRP a few months ago. And guess what? They won the whole thing. Straight up domination. That car went 3.50s. And if you know anything about 8th mile pro mod racing, you know that is flying. Now let's back up a little and talk about the journey with this car. When Shawn first debuted Blue at the US Street Nationals back in January, it was rough. Teething problems, struggles, lots of trial and error. Then came the World Series of Pro Mod. And again, it wasn't quite where they wanted it to be. But man, they didn't quit. They kept testing, kept tuning, kept pushing. And when XRP came around, it all clicked. The car was on rails. The power was there. The consistency was there. And now, Blue is a legitimate contender in the national pro mod scene. And folks, this is huge, not just for Shawn, but for the entire Street Outlaws crew. Because what we're seeing here is more and more of these no-prep legends crossing over into the top tier of structured pro mod racing. I mean, look at what Kai Kelly did. He went out and won the Snowbird Nationals in his NPK car, showing everyone that these no-prep monsters can run with the best of them on a prep surface. And now, with Shawn jumping into Blue and Ryan Martin building a new pro mod, it's becoming clear. Street Outlaws aren't just television racers. They're legit national caliber racers. Let's not forget about the broader picture, either. Right now, Pro Mod is the biggest show in town when it comes to door car drag racing. The World Series of Pro Mod had over 70 cars show up. Let that sink in. 70 plus of the fastest, wildest door cars in the country. That's not just a race, that's an event. And the fact that names like Shawn, Ryan, and Kai are becoming regulars on that scene, that's proof that the lines between the Street Outlaws universe and the NHRA-style pro mod world are blurring fast. And that's a very good thing for fans. Now, why does this matter to you, the die-hard viewer? Because you're watching a racer like Shawn grow in real time. He's not just chasing a no-prep championship anymore. He's evolving, learning, and putting himself up against the fastest in the world. And it's not just about him. It's about what this means for the entire movement. Outlaw racers stepping into pro mod competition is proof that passion, grit, and time behind the wheel can go toe-to-toe with million-dollar teams. So this weekend at Flying H, it's more than just another race. It's a test. It's another chance for Murder Nova to show the world that he belongs at the top of the sport, not just in front of a TV camera, but under the lights of the fastest tracks in America. Can he go 3.50s again? Will he line up next to some heavy hitters and take them down? I wouldn't bet against him. And listen, if you're not following along on 187 Customs YouTube channel, now's the time. You'll get the raw footage, the behind-the-scenes stress, the tuning decisions, and those unfiltered moments that only come when real racers do battle in real time. And let me tell you something that gets overlooked way too often. Seat time matters. That's what separates the good racers from the great ones. Shawn Ellington isn't just out here for fun. He's building experience in one of the most aggressive pro mod platforms out there. Every pass down that track is knowledge. Every win or loss is a lesson. And when you're running in the 3.50s, you better believe everything needs to be perfect. Your reaction, your tune, your chassis setup. There's zero room for error. And that's why this Flying H weekend is more than just a backup plan. It's a crucial opportunity. Now, let's talk about Flying H itself. This is not just some local test and tune spot. This is a state-of-the-art facility, a track with bite, great lighting, and a surface that demands performance. The pro mod field that shows up there doesn't play around either. You've got experienced hitters showing up with turbocharged monsters, nitrous cars, screw blowers, you name it. So when Murder Nova rolls into that staging lane with Blue, he's not just testing. He's throwing down against some of the baddest door cars in the country. And fans? Oh, you guys are in for a treat. Because this race is going to showcase exactly what we love about drag racing. Raw horsepower, driver skill, and mechanical mastery. It's not about the glitz and glamour of TV shows. It's about showing up with your team, wrenching on the car in the pits, and delivering that perfect run under pressure. And no matter where Shawn finishes this weekend, the fact that he's in the fight, learning, competing, that's what keeps the spirit of drag racing alive. I also want to shout out the broader message here. Adapt or get left behind. Shawn could have stayed in his comfort zone, stuck to no prep kings, and called it a day. But no, he's chasing the next level. And whether you're a racer, a business owner, or just someone chasing a dream, that's the mindset you need. Growth comes from discomfort. Progress comes from stepping into the unknown. Blue wasn't perfect out of the gate, but look at it now. That's what hustle and heart can build. And listen, I know some fans are bummed that Epping got canceled. Trust me, we all are. But take this as a reminder, racing never stops. The show always goes on somewhere. And when you've got guys like Shawn, Ryan, Kai, and others pushing forward, it means there's always another lane waiting to be dominated. This isn't a setback. It's a reroute towards something even more exciting. The streets may be quiet in New Hampshire this weekend, but in Missouri, that place is about to be on fire. So what's next? Well, if things go well at Flying H, and I have every reason to believe they will, expect to see Blue show up at more big pro mod events in the future. I'm talking about the World Series of Pro Mod Snowbirds US Street Nationals, the whole tour. And who knows? Maybe we'll even see 187 Customs field 2 serious cars next season. One for NPK and one for Pro Mod. It's not far-fetched at all. They've got the talent, the cars, and now the data. They're building something special. Alright y'all, before I let you go, make sure to hit that like button, drop a comment with your pro mod predictions for this weekend, and of course, subscribe for more of the Real Racing talk you crave. Whether it's on the street, at a no prep, or at a world-class 8th mile track, we're here to celebrate the racers who never stop evolving. This weekend, it's about the grind, the growth, and the glory. Let's ride.